I know that
opposites.
feeling. Meeting to order and start with the Pledge of Allegiance, and the flag's right back there in the corner. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. And we'll move on to our, just a reminder of our district mission and, do we?
Yeah.
No, we do district first. I think.
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyway, just a reminder that as we focus through our meeting tonight, we'll focus on academic excellence, recruit and retaining quality staff, resource management, and community relations. Please call the roll.
Dominic, here. Fields, here. Riphagen,
Here.
Boyd, here. Silva.
Here. And then we'd be looking for a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
I can second it.
Okay, motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Fields, aye. Riphagen,
Aye.
Dominic,
Aye.
Boyd, aye. Silva.
Hi. Okay, next up is our open forum. It's a time for citizens to speak on anything not on the agenda. If anyone's here to do that, now would be the time. Okay. Being none, we'll move on to our consent items. Any questions on those or any motions to approve the consent items as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent items as presented.
I'll second that motion. Dominic,
Yep. Aye.
Riphagen,
Aye.
Fields, aye. Boyd,
Aye.
Silva.
Okay, now we're moving on to our old business, and this would be opening up our public hearing for the sale of the property at the Children's Center. Is there anybody here for public comment or any comments on the sale of that property? Okay, being none, we'll go ahead and close the public hearing. And then, do we have an exact wording of the motion for that one, or do we need to?
I don't.
I think we do, yeah.
Nothing on that one yet. Okay. Beautiful. So then we go on to the second reading of board policy 704.2A.
Yeah, so just as a reminder, the 704.2A was, there was a condition that we were required to add in under the bond disclosure policy. We were advised by Beth Grove from Allers and Cooney that we had to have some additional official statements that are in there about having this material misstatements or omissions, that, if we're ever threatened with litigation, we'd have representation and whatnot. So it's all in there. If you guys have any questions or anything like that or any discussion?
This is our second reading.
It is.
I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of board policy 704.2A.
I will second it.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Please call the roll.
Fields, aye. Boyd,
Aye.
Dominic,
Aye.
Riphagen,
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay, see, this begins some of the 5.165 million for the capital note loan. So the first portion of that.
So a resolution to appoint our paying agent, note registrar and transfer agent, and then approving all of those with our tax exemption, continuing disclosure, and then the resolution to authorize the issuance of our bonds. So it's going to be all four of those.
Well, they need to be separate.
Yep.
Yep, that was my next thing.
So the first one is on page 3, and that is the first resolution, and that's for the first C1 that was on the agenda. There's 2 of them open.
Mine, it just is this.
So it'll say board member.
It does take
with
a minute
blank.
to load because it's 23 pages. Yeah, the one that's up on the board that Sean started with.
So is the motion, after that asterisk?
Yeah, so it would be where it says board member with a blank and then moved at the form of, so the motion would be
Okay,
for
okay.
the tax exemption certificate to be placed on file and approved.
Okay.
Well, no, we're on the above one.
Which one's that?
Resolution appointing UMB Bank.
Oh, gotcha. I was our paying agent. That's right.
So do I introduce a resolution? Or do I make a motion?
a motion to approve that resolution that's in capital
Okay.
letters. Yeah,
I make a motion to approve the resolution appointing UMB Bank N.A. of West Des Moines, Iowa to serve as paying agent, note registrar, and transfer agent, approving the paying agent, note registrar, and transfer agent agreement, and authorizing the execution of the same.
so we have,
second that.
yep, perfect. So we have a motion and a second. Any other questions or discussion? Okay. Please
Boyd.
call the roll. Yeah.
Boyd. Aye. Dominic. Aye. Fields.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay,
The next one is now the one that I said.
yep, so that motion is adopted. So now we are going over to page 4 and kind of towards the beginning, middle of that. And it starts kind of after all the asterisks there. And this one starts with the resolution authorizing the issuance of, and then it's got the $5 million. So page 4, I think, on there. It feels the same, but that's the one right there, Sean, that you got there.
Oh, there should be a tax exempt one above it.
Yep, so it's right here. It's still on page 2.
Is it just that
Short
short?
tax exemption.
It's
certificate
just that
because of-
short.
Yep,
There we go.
and then the next one's the continuing disclosure, and then
Yep.
the next one's the resolution title.
So it, now, Sean, you're in the right spot. It's right there where it says board member blank moves. So now we're looking just to approve the tax exemption certificate be placed on file.
I will make a motion to approve the tax exemption certificate be placed on file and approved.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, motion in a second. Please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Now we're at the bottom of that page.
For the continuing disclosure,
Yep.
I will make a motion to approve the form of continuing disclosure certificate be placed on file and approved.
I'll second.
Okay, Cindy.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Now we're trying to go the one I was jumping to.
Correct.
Okay, and I'll make a motion to adopt the resolution authorizing the issuance of $5,165,000 in general obligation school capital loan notes, Series 2024, levying a tax for the payment thereof and authorizing the execution of a loan agreement.
I'll second that.
Motion in a second. Please call the roll.
Dominic.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Okay, those 4 resolutions are adopted. Thanks for hanging in there with us on that, you guys. Okay, so then we are moving on to reports and correspondence.
Yep. So I will start. I'm going to actually turn the floor over to Dr. Jesse Ulrich, President of Iowa Central.
Good evening, Superintendent Abbott, Board of Directors. Thank you for allowing us to come this evening. Again, I'm Jesse Ulrich. I have the distinct honor and privilege of serving you as the president of Iowa Central Community College and in my 4th year. But tonight, we wanted to, come on up here, Doug. We wanted to give a little special recognition. 24 years ago, Doug McDermott was elected to the Board of Directors for Iowa Central Community College. By my calculations, I was still in high school. So that is an extremely amount of time. So, but we wanted to, in honor of Doug, present this plaque to the school district to be displayed within our career academy here in honor of Doug's not only service to Iowa Central Community College, but everything that he's done to represent Greene County. We serve over 6,200 students on the credit side and over 15,000 people across the 9-county region. And if you look at over the last 24 years, not only the campus in Fort Dodge, but campuses across the 9 counties have been able to flourish under Doug's leadership. And so we know that he was very instrumental within the community. I don't know if there's a single person in Jefferson who doesn't know Doug McDermott. So he's been so instrumental within your community and bringing this career academy here. Nearly everywhere I go across the 9 counties, people are saying, well, we kind of like something like Jefferson has, you know. So so again, we wanted to thank Doug for his service and then present this plaque in his honor to be in the career academy. So thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
Just like when the teachers and students win their award, they have to take a photo too.
There you go.
Thank you. Congrats, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
singer.
Oh, goodness.
They don't know the story.
No, that's part of the report. We're gonna
No,
find out.
no. Anything else on your superintendent's report?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thank
Appreciate
you.
Thank you.
Well, our principals are obviously back on the payroll, as Laura said. So we have teachers arriving back on Friday, and students the following Friday. So they'll be here before you know it. So really looking forward to getting them in. We're just kind of going through some last minute kind of punch list items, making sure everything's nice and clean and ready for our kids to come back. And looking forward to, we get some communication that's already went out about open houses. So our principals done a fantastic job of getting all that communication out, when those open houses are and where they'll be. And then we're 16 days, 17, I don't know. I can't count. I can't do math right now, away from our first home football game. So volleyball will be right around the corner as well. So cross country, I can't forget cross country. So just looking forward to hearing some rattling in the hallways again. And all right, that's it for me.
Any other board committee reports? Anything with you, Cindy? I don't think we've.
The rec center, I mean, I'm on that, and they have approved a new director, which doesn't totally impact this, but.
Yeah, infrastructure, I think, Mr. Evans posted about the, turf tank
Yeah,
up and around the demo.
we got our Roomba painter out there running. So
That's great.
works pretty darn good. I think we had it out, that you mentioned that. So we had it out, we had to paint our practice football field. So it did the whole outline, all the yard lines. Did the hashes as well?
It did, every 5 yard hash is not yard by yard, but hash marks. And then top and bottom of the numbers, didn't do the numbers, but put hashes where they were, so.
Yeah. And did that in about, an hour and a half or so?
What was it, hour and 4 minutes?
Hour and 4 minutes.
Give or take.
No, it
No,
tells
I'm
you
kidding.
exactly how long it's gonna
I'm
take.
kidding, I
It's
see
like
that.
on the wash cycle, you know, it's like how
That's very cool.
4.77
Yeah.
pounds of paint.
Yeah,
Wow,
which is
that's a big
about
savings.
a third. I think Adam said it was about a third of what we normally use. So that was pretty darn cool.
And time wise, how long would it take,
To do the complete field plus, so we uploaded 2 images.
but like for humans to do it?
Just for that. Well, I mean, if you want them to eye it, they could probably do it in, a couple of hours, maybe 2 hours if they were gonna eye it. But if they were actually gonna go out and like measure it all out,
String it,
it's
it's
hours. So, yeah, we had made a joke too. They were like, I was supposed to save us like time and man hours. If there was like 7 or 8 of us, like all standing around watching it. So
Just for a couple of
we had to watch it on its
Yeah.
main.
I'm sure we did.
So anyway, that's it. Sorry.
Any other administrative with them? Okay. So then any other reports? Okay, then we're gonna move on to new business. School driving permits. I lied. I told these kids like 45 minutes in at least, so they're gonna be happy.
13.
And all 3 of them are here, I see, so.
Okay, I have 3 kids who would like to apply for their school permits. So what I'm gonna have you do, we're just gonna go right down the list in order. Just if you just stand up, tell us who you are and why you would like to have a school permit. So Ashley.
I'm Ashlyn, and I'm in multiple school activities. I do cheer, softball, track, and volleyball. And I'm hoping to start a job soon, so it would be nice to have my school permit so I can get around myself.
All right, thank you. Jackson?
Hi, I'm Jackson Hunter, and I would like to have my school permit so I could drive to and from school and to go to school activities. And it'd be nice to drive to work
Okay.
and for finals. Thank you.
Okay, and Riley?
Hi, I'm Rana, and I'd like to take school permits so I can drive sports and activities in school.
All right, thank you. You should all have in front of you the application for the minors restricted license, hopefully. I'm just gonna highlight a few things on this sheet, it is the responsibility of you and your parents to make sure that you understand all of the rules and regulations involved with having this, this license. You're allowed to drive 25 miles from one of your home residents. When you drive to school, you need to drive the most direct route from point A to point B. You can use this license to participate in extracurricular activities as long as they're within 25 miles or less. So if you've got practice here at the high school, you're enrolled in high school, practices out here in the middle school, you can drive to that as well. You could also, if you just wanted to drive to a school bus stop and get on the bus and come into town, that's also allowable. When you stop to get fuel, you need to do that at the closest gas station. So if you live in Jefferson, you shouldn't be over in Scranton getting gas, okay? And you can also drive for work as long as you're still on that 25-mile restriction. The time that you are allowed to drive is an hour before and an hour after the beginning or the end of your event. So if you have, I don't know, 6 a.m. jazz band practice, you can be on the road as early as 5 a.m. The bus doesn't get home from track meet until 10:30. You've got until 11:30 to get home, okay? You are allowed to have one person who is not a passenger or who is not a relative in the vehicle with you, if your parents decide that's okay. So like a friend, but the friend has to get in the vehicle with you at their house, at your house. You can't stop and pick them up along the way. They have to get in the vehicle with you at your house. And this is kind of a new one, but all passengers must be secured by a seatbelt, front seat, back seat, okay? So hopefully none of you have any time that the police will need to speak with you, but if you do get a ticket, you're suspended for 3 months. Your school permit will be. And then in addition, you will have to wait 3 months beyond your 16th birthday before you can get your actual driver's license. If you get pulled over again, now it's 6 months until you can get your driver's license after 16. So it's cumulative. So just don't bend the rules. And then the second thing, parents, you have another form then that you fill out that says where you are okay with your child driving. You have to identify their home residences. If there's more than one, you have to identify where the employment will be. You'll have to have your supervisor of your job sign off on it. Yeah, that's it. That's a lot. It's changed in the last couple of months, so there's a lot more to it now than before. But just that 25-mile radius is really your target. So with that, I will make a motion to approve school permits for the 3 students listed there.
I will second that.
Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Davidet. Aye. Boyd. Aye. Fields.
Aye.
Rehagen.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. If you 3 want to come on up, I will sign your form. And then if you want to stay the rest of the meeting, you sure can. But if you'd like to leave, you can do that as well. So come on up here and I'll sign it here. And then we go get your photo for the website. No, I'm kidding.
Be on the lookout for these drafts.
There we go. Yeah. If they're going through church, that doesn't count. You laugh, that's on your route, so it'll be tempting.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank
thank
you.
you. Oh, I did it for
Some may interpret that as needing gas.
well, that's a different kind of fuel. Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you. Have a good night. You too. And you have the most up-to-date form, which is good, but then I have your
We mentioned that. And then when we actually have them look at this, then
Okay.
we can send that out.
All right, there you go. Thank you very much. You guys have a good night. Okay, moving on ahead to fundraiser requests. I think we had 4, 5, just some from the same people. So a couple for cheer, and then for the football team, and then for cross-country team. So any questions, or do we have a motion to approve?
I just in future, could they be a little more specific what they're gonna use it for? I mean, for
Like the
whatever.
purpose of fundraiser section?
Yeah, I mean, for football supplies, well, of course, but then they go on to say, we have many needs. I'm like, well, just list a couple. I mean, I'm okay with it,
Sure.
but I think, why not?
Like as an
Share that.
example, it says we have a variety of things that the program needs to purchase, so. you know, whatever.
And maybe that would be a thing, just once a year, they can update where they think it's gonna go, that they need to replace whatever it is that year.
Because I mean, a couple of them are really, she's really good about what she's gonna use with it, so,
Very specific.
yeah,
Well, Dave, if you could relay that along for us, that'd be awesome. Sounds good.
no big, no big deal, just.
Good to know.
So with that, I will move to approve the fundraisers as presented, request as presented.
I will second those.
Okay, do we have a motion and a second?
Dominic. Aye. Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields. Aye. Boyd. Aye. Silva.
Aye. Okay, next is item C, the 24-25 bus driver handbook.
Yep, not a whole heck of a lot of changes here, really just changing a couple of dates, adjusted their route rates. So we have a 3-year negotiated agreement with our bus drivers union. So I believe it's 3.5% or 2.5%, sorry, as we go from year to year to year. And then we leave, once we get to the 25-26 school year, then it's considered, it opens back up again. So we'll come back together. So it's just a way for us to kind of alleviate that. And then we also upped our reimbursement rates for the DOT physicals. For whatever reason here in Greene, or the Greene County Medical Center now, for DOT physicals, it's $175. However, we do know some of our drivers don't necessarily live in Jefferson, so they went to like Gowrie or Carroll or Boone or Ogden or whatever, and they're significantly cheaper, even under the $100 rate. So we just reimburse whatever their total amount is up to $175, but we wanted to do the 175 so there was not another expense out of their pocket for these physicals that are required every single year. It's probably pretty important that they have it, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the 24-25 bus driver handbook.
I had a quick question. Maybe I'm not understanding it correctly.
Yeah.
But page 5, Article 2 wages.
Yep.
B says HSEBCE driving shall be $18.52.
Oh, and then it
Parentheses,
says
it says
1954.
Yeah.
So spelled out, sorry, that should say $19.54.
Okay.
My bad, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I changed I was looking at the number instead of looking at the,
Spelled out version.
And I'll second it.
Boyd.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Good catch, Tim. Okay, coaches and director handbook. Dave, since you're here, is there anything?
No, there really is no major changes in there. I just updated the dates and practice start times and that kind of thing. I think maybe that after I texted Brett, I think I might have put something in there about registration on Bound might be in there as something that we're doing, so.
And you want to share about Bound, what you shared at the volleyball meeting the other night, that they're maybe going to have a new app?
They are going to have a new app coming out sometime. When that sometime is, I'm not sure. Last spring, they were touting that they would have a new app by fall for everybody, but they've jumped on another program, I guess, or another thing that they're doing, project, I guess is the word I'm looking for, because they are now, we can get card readers that can scan as well, so we won't have to have an iPad and a card reader. So they're trying to make sure all that's working, then they'll go back to the fan app.
Okay.
But yes, they're supposed to be.
Who is they?
Bound.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. Any other questions on the?
one thing too that Dave was talking about is we made sure to stress when when senior nights are going to be so that we don't have any mix-ups or.
Yeah,
Confusions from
I'll be
changing.
sending out a newsletter here in the next week to, families just with some key dates about, senior nights and that kind of thing, so we can plan on that.
Okay. And the other question I had was the no contact week. Do they know when that is yet for 25?
It should be in the,
I think it has the 24 one, so maybe just take a peek if there's an updated one for 25.
oh, it probably, yeah, it was 24. I'd have to look. It'll be the same. The dates will be,
Like going from July into August
last
again.
mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I guess I did put the 24.
Looks like
Well, it
the-
just happened, so I mean, it still feels really
looks like
relevant.
28th to the 1st.
First. Okay.
If it, I mean, it's always been that last week of July and
Yeah,
first,
it's the
first day or
same.
2 of August, it
Good.
falls there, yep.
Just more for my knowledge, how often are the coaches evaluated?
I evaluate head coaches every year.
Okay.
And then, kind of have with assistant coaches and junior high coaches, like part of the head coach evaluation, the head coach kind of gives feedback on the assistant coaches and that kind of thing.
And then the professional development for coaches, so then is that something they just do every year with you, like, or as training classes, or do they do additional professional development?
In terms of like official professional development would be obviously a meeting with me, but we do encourage one clinic for sport for them to attend. They also have access to some online courses through NFHS Learn that they can take. And then when they renew their coaching license and authorization, which is every 5 years, they have to have so many continuing ed credits. They have to do concussion training every year. They have to do CPR every 2 years. And then they're obviously the mandatory reporter and those types of things from that standpoint. And then there's like rule meetings and other online courses they can use as one of the credits to renew, so.
Thanks.
And I would say a majority of our head coaches, most of them go to at least one clinic, and then some of the assistants jump in and go. So
Thank
that's
you.
kind of how we do it.
Anyone want to throw another one at it? Okay. If not, is there a motion to approve the coaches and director handbook?
I'll make a motion to approve the 2024-2025 coaches and director handbook.
I'll second that motion.
Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Boyd,
Aye.
Dominic. Aye. Fields.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
All right, telemental health services agreement with Classroom Clinic.
Yep, so this is just our agreement to continue our partnership with Classroom Clinic. It's owned and operated by Sue Galing. So our Director of Counseling Services, Kyle Kinney, has done a good job with getting them to be what we need them to be. Over the past couple of years, we've had a lot of good feedback back and forth with them. But anyway, it's another option for us. I think we're given one afternoon a week. They do a lot of med management. They can get kids in to see therapists, or they can actually have therapists on the call for us. One of the benefits of this is because it's all remote access, is that we can use PEPAL dollars to pay for this. So it does not need to come out of a general fund or our at-risk or anything else like that. So same price. We're grandfathered into this price for the rest of time. So it'll never, even as their prices and services continue to go up, ours will just keep staying the same. Any questions or anything on Classroom Clinic?
I'll make the motion to approve the service agreement with Classroom Clinic.
I'll second that.
Dominic. Aye. Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Solo.
Aye. Great. Treasurer's report, are we doing
No, Teresa couldn't make it.
Okay.
So,
that? Board treasurer's report, we're gonna table till next month. Level 1 investigator appointment. Do you need a motion for us to approve it?
You do.
That's kind of what I thought.
I'll make a motion to approve Superintendent Brett Abbott's as our level 1 investigator.
I'll second that.
Okay, motion and second, please call the roll.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Dominic. Aye. Fields.
Aye.
Boyd.
Aye.
Solo.
Aye. Okay, H is the auditor's request to move inactive activity accounts. This is basically just kind of cleaning up some of the things that don't exist anymore. For example, there used to be an intermediate school student council. Well, the intermediate doesn't exist anymore. So moving that money into the middle school student council. And you can see all of them listed there.
And then those accounts will be closed.
Correct, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the whole goal.
Well, like BPA, we're just gonna change the name. Change
Yeah.
to something else too.
It'll be, yeah, it'll be
The business, yeah.
FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America. Which is, it's all spelled out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's, middle school student council will start with a pretty solid little budget there for them to be able to do some things, so.
We'll dance.
The nurse emergency fund,
So
I know
this,
it's not much money, but. it's like,
so
oh.
it would have been something that would have been used if, if there was a kid needed an extra pair of underwear or some extra socks, something like that. It would just be like in emergency, the nurse could run out and be like, oh, just take it out of the emergency account. And I don't think, it hasn't been touched in years, so.
Okay,
But
And
that's
there was
what it would have been.
$11 in it.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
And the 1 cent in the PEP club, so.
PEP is down.
Yeah, that is low. And again, these are just like auditor cleanup type things. It's nothing too.
I will make a motion to approve the auditor's request to move the inactivity accounts to the ones presented.
Second that.
Okay, motion and second, please call the roll.
Fields. Aye. Boyd.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Solo.
Aye. 24-25 depository resolutions.
So just an update here, you'll notice that the biggest change there is with IceJet. And so we are, we're going to actually have a meeting tomorrow with Paul Cruz. Tomorrow, I really actually completely appreciate what Paul is wanting to do with us. So he obviously knows that we're getting these proceeds. Matt was here 2 weeks ago and kind of explained, how IceJet works and how that money kind of goes out. It goes out to several different banks. But what Paul wants to do is he's going to take our construction plan for our solar project and create a draw plan so that we can keep as much money as possible with IceJet to continue earning interest as we need to pull funds like as they're needed. Len Bromlinson, he's with OPN, he's with Modus, gave me a kind of a 30,000-foot view of what we could reasonably expect to be as to when we'll need to send payments out and things like that. So really that's going to come through our construction manager who will give us the more refined version, which we can update that as we need to. But anyway, that's a very long way around of saying that's why we opened up another account. So we're looking to expand that option to a maximum of $7 million.
And are there any estimates of what the interest rate would be on?
It's always going to be at least 5, and it hovers up higher at times, but it's always hanging around 5. It doesn't go lower than 5. So
And the time needed to move it from IceJet to where we can pay vendors is
click of a button. Yep. Just kind of scary.
Okay, so we would be looking for a resolution to approve the new max balance of those accounts.
I will make a motion to approve the resolution,
Maybe the depository limits, yeah.
Don't understand.
Maybe depositories and their limits.
I'll second that.
Motion and a second, please call roll.
Dominic.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Boyd. Aye. Solo.
Okay, and
Okay, can
then,
I
Yes.
I should have said this earlier, but I'm not sure who's in charge, but I've been out on the school website many times here in the last few days. There's starting a new school year, I think there's a lot of stuff that needs to be updated,
Mhm.
like some pictures and superintendent letters and.
So you're
So I don't know
saying-
if there's principal letters out there or whatever, but I would just like everybody double check and make sure everything's as current as.
On the website.
Yeah. Okay.
We have Jill, actually Jill's gone through too, and fixing all the staff updates.
Oh,
And
perfect.
we don't have any lingering from a few years ago, so I mean, we're getting there,
Fairly
but
current.
Yep.
Okay, then we're looking at board policy review 709 through 711.8. And this one was about insurance, school lunch, vending machines. I think there was a few other.
There's just one thing Cindy caught earlier from 710.3 under vending machines. It just says purchases from the vending machines other than juice machines shall not be made during the lunch periods. Are we really keeping that?
I would like to strike that.
We let our kids purchase from vending machines
But
at the middle school.
Is there a
Yes.
rule about,
It used to be a state.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We couldn't.
I
But when
think-
talking with, so we moved ours back into the lunchroom after talking with the lead. Because everything that goes inside of it meets the healthy requirement, the Healthy Child Iowa. So Delise said there was no, that I could put it back in there and they could make it during lunch.
So then what we're saying is we're gonna strike that
Yes.
last sentence there, so then kids can purchase.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
So I will make a motion to approve board policies 709 through 711.8 with the striking in 710.3 about vending machines during lunch.
I'll second that.
Okay. Motion and a second, please call the roll.
Boyd.
Aye.
Fields.
Aye.
Dominic.
Aye.
Rip Hagan.
Aye.
Silva.
Aye. Being no other business, meeting is adjourned.